All right, what's up, guys? Today we are going to learn 10.3 shapes of distribution. Here we go. So, what are you doing today? I'm going to teach you guys how to describe the shapes of distributions, and you will find the most appropriate measure to describe the center and variations. Basically, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to show you guys a couple pictures, and you're going to tell me, hey, what kind of shape of distribution is it, and what kind of appropriate measures are we going to use based on that picture, based on that shape. Okay, so let's just do a quick review on how to find mean, median, and mode. Hopefully you guys remember this is from chapter 9, last chapter, right? Okay, to find the mean, basically you're finding the average. You're going to add everything up and divide it by the number of items you added. Median, well, you have to like order the numbers from least to greatest first, and then you're going to find the middle number. Remember, median, middle. And then last one, mode. Mode is the most, the one that shows up the most. Okay, let's do a quick problem here. Okay, this is a review question. I did this question with you guys a while back. I don't know if you guys remember, but let's see. So let's say I go to a daycare and I see a whole bunch of kids there, and I go, "Hey, kids, how old are you?" They go, "Oh, I'm 2, 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 5." Okay, we're gonna find the mean, median, and mode of all of the kids there. First things first, I'm going to order their ages from least to greatest. Okay, let's find mean. We're going to add everything up, and then we're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, divide by 9 because there are 9 kids. That's going to give me an average of 4 years old. I'm going to find the median, so that's going to be the middle number, which is this 4 right here. So I'm going to say that's 4 years old. And then mode, what shows up the most? Oh, see, 5, 5, 5, 5. It shows up the most, so this is going to be 5 years old. So if I were to say, oh yeah, everyone there at the daycare, they're around 4, 4, 5 years old. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's good. These numbers are really good. But what happens if, oh my gosh, look at this. I go, hey, how old are you? Oh, I'm 2, I'm 3, I'm 5, I'm 5, I'm 4, I'm 3, I'm 4, I'm 5. I'm 95. You see this old dude right here? He does not belong there, right? This old man right there. Okay, let's see what happens if we were to find the mean, median, and mode. If we found the mean, we're going to add everything up together, including the 95-year-old, and divide it by 9. That's going to give us, what? 14 years old? How strange. Well, the median, it's going to be the middle number. That's going to be, oh, still going to be 4. Still the same thing. Mode is going to be what happens the most. Oh, see, 5, 5, 5. That happens the most. So it's going to be 5 years old. But you see here, this is kind of weird. If I were to ask the person who's in charge of the daycare, I'm like, hey, how old are your kids there? He's like, yeah, it's around 5, 4 years old, 14 years old. You see this 14-year-old average number? That does not make sense. The mean is sometimes bad. When is the mean bad? Let's talk about that. When is using mean bad? Mean is bad when there is an outlier, right? Remember how like the old man, he skewed everything to the right. So because he skewed the data to the right, it makes the mean, using the mean bad. So instead, you would use median and mode instead, okay? All right, so let's talk about this. It says describe the shape of distribution and find the appropriate measure to describe the center. So here are 3 pictures right here. So take a look at this one right here. Look at all the ages here, all the data. It's pretty evenly distributed. So I'm going to call this symmetric because it's the same thing on the left, same thing on the right. Over here, oh, look at this. Remember how like the old guy was at the daycare? So he belongs somewhere over here, but all the kids are like over here. See, old man over here, all the kids like all over here. So he skews the data to the right. The tail right here, it kind of looks like a slug. The tail is on the right. So I'm gonna say this is skewed right. Over here, this is the opposite. See, like this is like all the old people, and then there's like a young little baby over here, right? This is skewed left because the tail is on the left. Okay, whew, let's take a breather here. You see the symmetric one? What kind of appropriate measures do we use to describe the centers? Well, you see how everything's nice on the left and on the right. So if that's the case, we would use mean and MAD, mean absolute deviation, to describe this right here. For these two right here, you would use median and IQR. So one more time, if the data is symmetrical, you guys can use mean and MAD. If the data is skewed to the right or skewed to the left, you use median and IQR. Okay, let's take a look at some examples. How about this one right here? We're going to describe the shape and then you're going to tell me the appropriate measure. Take a look at this picture right here. What is this? Is this skewed left, skewed right, symmetric? Yep, you're right. This is skewed left because the tail is on the left. So I want to say this is skewed left. Over here, what's this? That's right, this is skewed right because the tail is on the right, skewed right. And what do we do to describe, what appropriate measures do we use to describe the sensor? We can use median and IQR. And same thing, median and IQR because they're skewed to the left and skewed to the right. What about this one right here? This one right here? Oh yeah, oh duh, this is symmetric, right? Symmetrical on the left, symmetrical on the right. So you can say symmetric. And what are the appropriate measures to use to describe the center? We can say, oh, mean and mad. That's it, mean and mad. So let's kind of summarize this, okay? Here we go. If you have this picture right here, this is symmetric. Over here, you have skewed to the right, right? Because the tail is on the right. Over here, this is skewed left because the tail is on the left. And then you would use mean and mad for the first one, symmetric, and you would use median and IQR if it's skewed to the left or skewed to the right. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.